At the beginning of my trail season, I said that my goal was to finish the year ranked top 10 in the world, but after a very tough first race, that goal seemed entirely out of reach. Then, when my second race was canceled due to weather after 7 miles, it felt even further away. But after getting in a few weeks of really good training, last weekend I was finally able to put together a race that I was really proud of, and that made my goal seem like less of a pipe dream. But only the top 30 ranked athletes at the end of the regular season earn a spot in the world final. So today is make or break for me. I need to run well enough to improve my world ranking, get that spot in the final, and keep my goal alive. Right after Headlands, we started driving to Mammoth Lakes for the next race.
I tell you to take videos, you're making a movie here.
Yeah.
There was a week between races, so I spent the next few days just going on some runs, doing a little workout, having some good food, getting a massage, reading, relaxing, hydrating, and just in general doing everything that I could to recover from Headlands and get ready for Mammoth, because this race would quite literally make or break my season. Also, in a surprising turn of events, my mom came into town for the race.
Well, I'm trying to text, and you know I cannot text and do anything else.
The day before the race, my mom and I made some pancakes.
Bon appetit.
Yum! And then I went on my pre-race shakeout run and got my bib from Bib Pickup. Later in the day, they had athlete presentations, which were honestly really cool.
Coming from the USA, Allie, Ostrander! He was seventh last week.
After they had announced all the athletes, we also did a signing so we could sign posters for anyone that wanted them, and it was so fun to meet so many people. And if you were there, I really appreciate you coming over to say hi. It was lovely meeting everyone. When we got home, my mom and I made some pasta with red sauce and meatballs, as well as this nice cheesy flatbread for dinner, which was delicious. After the athlete presentation, I started preparing my flasks, which I put sugar and Element in. Element is a tasty electrolyte beverage that has a scientifically based formulation of electrolytes with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. I've been relying on this for all of my long training and races, as well as just my hydration before and after workouts, and I absolutely love it. It tastes amazing, so it motivates me to hydrate all throughout the day, even though that is something that I generally struggle with. Element has completely leveled up my hydration game, and if you'd like to try Element, right now they're offering a free sample pack with any order to my subscribers. Just go to drinkelement.com/Allie or go to the link in my description. And as always, stay salty, my friends. Next, I set out my clothes and gels, and then I went to bed to get some sleep before the big race. This is the final race in the Golden Trail Series regular season, so it's the last chance for me to try to qualify to the world final, and in order to do that, I need to move from being ranked 35th up to at least 30th. This race is a little over 16 miles long with about 4,000 feet of elevation gain, but the real kicker is that it starts at over 8,000 feet and gets up to over 11,000, which makes it much harder to get oxygen to your muscles and perform at a high level. Straight off the bat, we were out quick and my heart rate was over 175 beats per minute within the first mile of this race.
Great! You got this, Allie!
Which is higher than what I'd normally maintain for like a 30-minute threshold, and this race is gonna be about 2.5 hours long. But that's pretty normal for Golden Trail races. I'm used to going out hot, so I was trying to just stay calm, stick with it, and put my nose in it. At the first aid station, which is about mile 4, I was in 9th place and feeling decent heading into this big climb. It is worth noting that I was having some GI distress during this race, so right before the climb, I had to hop into the woods and take a quick poop, but then we were back at it, although one person did pass me and I was into 10th place. But the climb was actually going pretty well. This is about a 2.5 mile climb with just over 2,500 feet of vertical gain, and it goes from, 9,000 to 11,000 feet. It is tough by all senses of that word. It was going fairly well until the last half mile, which is when I really started to fade, and I was struggling and got passed by 2 people, so I actually got to the top of the climb in 12th place. Come on, Allie! And as you can see here, I am just looking like death. I mean, I have never felt worse other than when I did this race last year and was at this point in the climb. I actually did feel better this year, so that's good. I got passed here by one of the guys and it was literally like I wasn't moving. So it wasn't the biggest confidence boost of my life, but I was incredibly happy to be nearing the top and to be able to be still jogging. That is an accomplishment in itself. And I knew that once I got to the top here, I could make up some ground on people because there is a really long downhill during this race. So immediately in the first 2 miles of the downhill, I passed those 2 people that had passed me on the climb and I got into 10th place. Then with about 5 miles left in the race, I moved into 9th. However, I again had to go into the woods and take a poop. So then I got past, I was back in 10th, but finally with about 3 miles left, I managed to move back into that 9th place position, and I was not feeling good, I wouldn't say. I don't know if I've ever felt more on the brink in a race than this race. I was certainly hanging on, and it's just because it was such an all-out effort from so early.
Let's go, Allie!
That by the time I got to these last couple miles, I honestly didn't even know if I'd be able to make it to the finish. But I did, and I managed to get 8th in this race, which boosted my world ranking to 21st, and I'm officially qualified to the finals and will be going to those. Even though I felt really sick, I also felt satisfied and happy that I had been able to make the final and keep that dream of finishing the year with a top 10 ranking intact. And Ellisine, my teammate, won this race again. Congrats to him.
Look fast, Mom, go, go, go.
Yeah, we are cruising on this cooldown. Fastest known time on this segment. We're going so fast. How fast are we going, Mom?
The men, I think they're going 20 kilometers an hour.
Yeah,
We're definitely doing that.
maybe 22, honestly. After the cooldown, my mom and I chilled at the pool for a bit before I took part in a beer mile relay.
Go, Allie! Let's go,
And now it's time to get ready for the final, but I might just have another little surprise race coming up, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now, folks.